Great. So have you ever been shooting and you end up shooting your picture looks too dark, too bright, or did not come out as expected? Welcome to my channel. So on today's video, I'll be teaching you on 3 components of the camera that helps your image look very important part of the camera, which is the exposure triangle. The exposure triangle is made up of 3 components of the camera, which is the shutter speed, the ISO, and your aperture. What are the functions of these 3 settings? These 3 settings do not work. Mind you, they do not work separately from each other. They depend on each other to function. But the 3 do a different work, and in addition, they allow light to come into your camera. So if you are shooting a wide aperture, more light will come into your camera. If you are shooting a narrow aperture, less light is going to come into your camera. In area, like much area of your image be in focus, like your image will be in focus, but a wide aperture gives you a blurry background and your subject in focus. So if you are shooting a wide aperture, it is advised that your shutter speed should be around 1000 when shooting outdoor. When shooting on outdoor, if you are shooting a wide aperture, it is advisable that your shutter speed is around 400 to 800, depending on the hour that you are shooting. If you are shooting in the early hours of the day, so 400 to 800 is perfect. But if you are shooting in the afternoon, it's advisable you are shooting 1000 upward in your shutter speed because you are using a wide aperture. You are trying to get a blurry background while your subject is in focus. So in the other way, if you are shooting a narrow aperture, it is advisable your shutter speed is down because your narrow aperture is already giving your camera less light while your it is giving it more light. So the same thing with ISO. If you are shooting an outdoor, your ISO shouldn't exceed 100 during the day. If you are shooting above 100, your shutter speed should be very high, so as your aperture. So just like that, you are supposed to adjust them not to affect each other. If you are shooting already, you are shooting outdoor and your ISO is around 400 and you are not shooting a wide aperture, mind you, the engine you dey shoot like that, so everywhere will just white. So it happens like that. You have to be conscious of these 3 settings. If you are going outdoor, first thing first, take your ISO down. As long as you're shooting during the day, take your ISO down to 100. Then you begin to shift between your shutter speed and your aperture. So if you are shooting a wide aperture, your shutter speed should be up. If you are shooting a narrow aperture, your shutter speed should be down. And mind you, if you are shooting a higher shutter speed, it means that what you are shooting at that particular point, what is advisable for you to be shooting is somebody running, somebody dancing, and maybe kids running around, so that you'll be able to keep them in focus. While shooting a higher shutter speed, you'll be able to keep them in focus, not to have a blurry background, a blurry images, sorry. Your shutter speed should be high because your shutter speed controls how much your camera opens up for a second for a light to receive light. So if your shutter speed is high, you are shooting spots, you are shooting people moving and everything, you're able to freeze motion. So keep this in mind, that your shutter speed freezes motion. That's just it that you should put in mind when shooting that picture. If you are shooting a studio portrait, what is advisable for you to shoot, depending on the type of camera that you are using, is that either you are shooting a wider aperture or a narrow aperture. This is not conditional. But since you have much light in the studio, you are controlling light. Let's assume you are shooting daylight too. So your ISO should also be down, unless your light is not really powerful. Unless you are using maybe a continuous light inside the studio, you can then maybe increase your ISO from 100 to 200 to 300, depending on the type of shoot you are doing. But it's advisable that you never allow these to work on their own. They rely on each other. So whenever you are shooting, you are pushing your shutter speed, you are pushing your ISO, you are pushing your aperture. You shouldn't just move your ISO and you are shooting because maybe it's okay, you are shooting. You may end up shooting either dark images or high images. I just hope this video has been able to solve your problem of shooting too bright pictures or too dark pictures. Stay tuned, subscribe to my channel so that whenever I drop helpful videos like this, you'll be the first to get it.